Charles Schwab is laying off a lot of employees, and this is news that's been circulating for a very long time because Schwab laying off 2,000 employees, everyone knows that already. But one of the scariest things about a lot of these big companies are going to be secret layoffs, which is kind of what IBM is doing. IBM is doing massive layoffs in the thousands, but it's like a secret layoff. Like they don't want the press to know, and they're making employees sign like NDAs to not talk about the layoffs. Schwab right now is laying off some of the biggest office pieces in America. And it's a little bit worrisome that it's not just Schwab, that a lot of the other financial companies are doing the same thing. Enormous amount of layoffs. A bunch of offices are closing. And a humongous shrink in terms of commercial office space. This is the type of market that we're seeing here. And right now, Schwab is doing the same thing. 5 to 6% of employees are gone. Chances are they're going to be laying off even more employees. And right now, they're doing some of the biggest cost-cutting measures in company history. Check this out, guys. Banking, financial sector layoffs are hitting New Jersey. You got Prudential and JP Morgan Chase all getting hit really hard. Right now, you got JP Morgan. Citibank right now is notorious for wanting to lay off 20,000 employees. Not 2,000 like what Charles Schwab did. Literally, Citibank is trying to lay off 20,000 employees. And it's already spilling over towards the insurance sector. We got some enormous amount of layoffs from United Health Group. That's a big one right there. You got some of the biggest insurance companies, biggest brokerage firms, including Fidelity, and also huge banks laying off employees. Banks are also reducing the office cost. They're reducing headcount. They're moving people online, all in a way to save as much money as possible because there is a massive, enormous financial storm that's coming. Blackstone right now is working for a loan extension on the former Charles Schwab HQ. Remember how it says former Charles Schwab HQ because Schwab has left. This is supposed to be Schwab's California HQ. This is one of the nicest buildings in all of San Francisco. I mean, the office location, in my opinion, is really up there. It's right next to the water. The views are pretty good. And this is one of the last areas of San Francisco where it's actually somewhat decent to work in. Schwab has basically abandoned 211 Main Street in San Francisco. They just don't want the building anymore. And it's being totally vacant. Now, the chances of somebody wanting to rent this 400,000 square foot building is slim to none. This is what I'm talking about. Schwab also has a massive position in small regional banks and a lot of other commercial real estate property, which, if you look at Oakland, for example, office vacancies are climbing towards 30%. Massive office buildings like these are selling for 50% off, 70, 80, 90% off. And that is not a joke. Just look at some of the buildings like 995 Market Street in San Francisco, sold for 90% off. Deals are better than Black Friday. And when you look at stuff like this, like SEC disclosed files, and the company is planning to further downsize its office footprint in a massive cost-cutting campaign. $500 million is what they're trying to save. Ground on which one of the Charles Schwab buildings used to sit, this site is now selling for $4.2 million. Another Charles Schwab branch is now closing down. There's really not that many Charles Schwab branches in America compared to like Chase branches or like Bank of America branches. Charles Schwab branches, there's not really that many of them. So when one of them closed down, it's a huge deal. Schwab also decided to close down their downtown Minneapolis branch. This is one of those iconic branches out there. It's been here for a very long time and a lot of people know it. So you already got this branch in a humongous downtown city in America closing down. Schwab isn't joking around. They tell you that they want to close office space. They're done with this stuff. They do not want to continue hiring more people and expanding office space. They're closing a bunch of this office space and they're just simply packing up and going home. What do you guys think about it so far? Do you guys think the U.S. commercial real estate market is screwed? Do you guys think Schwab will continue to fire more employees? And do you guys think offices will continue to be abandoned?